This is the story of a dream. The dream of a place where no one would be punished because of their religion. A place where people could live freely and bring up their children in their own chosen way. And unlike many dreams, this one came true. When a group of Puritans, later known as the Pilgrim Fathers, crossed the Atlantic in a ship called Mayflower, and in 1620 founded Plymouth Colony in Massachusetts. Afterwards, their story came to represent the search for freedom and the wonderful opportunities offered by the new world of America. The dream began in a group of small villages in the north of Nottinghamshire. Scrooby, the home of William Brewster and his family, Austerfield, where William Bradford was born, and Babworth, where their friend Richard Clifton was vicar for 19 years. In 1605, Clifton lost his post as vicar. His crime, Brewster's crime and Bradford's too, was to be a Puritan and a nonconformist. This meant that they did not conform to or agree with the rules of religion as laid down by the Anglican Church of England. Instead, they formed their own church. That was a very serious matter in the 17th century, because at that time people took their religion very seriously and hated anyone who wanted to worship in a different way. The Age of Exploration gave Europeans the chance to explore the world beyond their own small continent for the very first time. This was particularly important for the smaller nations of Europe, like the English, the Portuguese, and the Dutch. The opening up of the world allowed them to achieve things that would never have been possible if they had stayed at home. Now, out of these three nations, it was the Dutch who soon pulled far ahead of the rest. They set up their own trading posts and settlements in every part of the newly discovered world: Africa, Asia, the Pacific, the West Indies, and both North and South America. Before long, the Dutch made themselves into the world's most important naval and trading nation. It was a tremendous achievement for a tiny country with few natural resources, a small population, and many powerful rivals.
The 17th century is the Dutch Golden Age. It's the era of fabulous commercial expansion in Holland. And the Dutch, in a way, show that a nation can be run on economic lines. It's not about political power, it's not about size, it's about money. And the Dutch have lots of it. And they get most of it through trade. Dutch vessels become the most common sight on the ocean. And that's partly why they get involved in colonisation to America. They see the success of the Spanish, the French, and then the English in America. And they want some of that wealth and fortune for themselves. And that's why they start setting up a colony in what becomes New York.